everybody! So yeah, I'm going to make another little video since it's honestly been a long time since I made a DDLG lifestyle video. I'm not totally in little space, but I feel like I'm close enough that I can actually make a video. And yeah, all that good stuff. I had a long day at work, I'm still getting there. But for this video, I wanted to discuss what is called the vetting process of DDLG, which actually, the vetting process is basically for all BDSM relationships, and it actually is a very important process to go through. Basically, what the vetting process entails, what it means is it's basically the period of the relationship, the beginning portion of the relationship, where you're just kind of feeling each other out, meaning that you're getting to know each other, seeing your likes and your dislikes, and seeing if you and the dom or sub, depending on what role you play, is a good match. And if you are, it usually will go well, and if not, that's okay. That just means that you are not the right pair, and that you can just move on. And honestly, the vetting process is actually a very safe thing to do because it can keep a lot of people from getting hurt more than they need to. And it can also help subs, especially, weed out any fake doms. And it can also help doms weed out any fake subs as well. To put this in the most basic terms I can, it basically is the talking point of what would be a basic relationship. So basically, yeah, the point of time where you're getting to know each other and getting to understand each other and figuring out who each other are. Who the other person is. That sounds better. But yeah, it's a very, it doesn't have to be a long process. I was going to just say it's a very long process, but it doesn't have to be. The process will basically go on for however you feel most comfortable. Like, say, if you and the dom or sub are getting along very well, you can make the process only a few months. If you're finding some issues here and there, maybe extend the vetting process to like 6 months to even possibly a year. And if there are still ongoing problems, of course, that just means that y'all aren't going to work out, and that's okay too. It happens, and that's perfectly fine. And no, it does not mean that you're never ever going to find your perfect match. Guys, you have to go through so many people to find your perfect match. It doesn't matter what kind of relationship dynamic you're in, whether it be alternative or vanilla. A good way to initiate the vetting process, for those who have trouble with that, is to really, there's a couple ways you can do this. You can, one, find a person who is already in the lifestyle, and you can kind of become friends with them and see if you guys are a perfect match. Which, of course, talking about your likes and dislikes, spending time together, making time to meet up with each other to see how things are going and if there's anything that needs to be talked about or any issues that need to be worked out. Or you can, if you are already interested in somebody and you don't know if they're in the lifestyle, introduce them to the lifestyle, see if they have any like particular interest. If they already are into the lifestyle, that's great. If they're not, and they show an interest in it, that's a perfect opportunity for you to introduce them to the lifestyle and kind of, in a way, teach them, but also you can help teach each other too, because you learn about each other that way. Like, a good prime example of that is my current boyfriend. He is already into BDSM, but he is new to DDLG. So I've been showing him some of my videos, and I've been, I added him to a couple of groups that I'm in, and I've also shown him some blogs and some articles that he's looked at, and he's taken a lot of the advice very well, and I'm actually really impressed. And it makes me really happy. So yeah, I could possibly have a new daddy dom in the future, maybe in the next couple of months, who knows. But anyways, there's also one other thing I wanted to touch on with the vetting process. The last thing I wanted to discuss is pet names. This is an absolutely optional thing for anyone. There's no right or wrong way to do this. The only real wrong way to do this is if you're giving each other pet names without any permission at all or without consent. Basically meaning, say the dom starts immediately calling the sub baby girl or kitten or stuff like that. If she or he is not okay with it, they very much are very much encouraged to let the person know. Definitely let them know. If you're not okay with that right away, definitely let them know. Like, boundaries are something that are absolutely discussed during the vetting process and absolutely should be discussed during the vetting process. Same goes for subs calling the dom like daddy or sir or master or stuff like that. If you're not comfortable with that right away, let the sub know and just discuss boundaries from there. That's something that's absolutely encouraged during the vetting process. Discuss those boundaries, and if you're okay with it, go for it. There's, again, no right or wrong way to do this. Again, the only wrong way you can possibly do it is if you're continuously doing it without permission. Also, when you do finally conclude the vetting process and you decide that you do want to be each other's dom and sub, that is totally awesome, and you can go about doing that any way you choose. It can be through ceremony, it can be just through a casual conversation, or you can even call her the sub if you wish. That's, again, is totally up to you guys, though. That's all you. But I think that's enough for this video, so if you enjoyed this little informational video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up, and be sure to comment, share, and subscribe and all that good stuff, because you know it's all good fun, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye, guys!